Hey everyone, welcome to the T-Split video on putting it all together. In this video, we're going to walk you through the general order of operation, just recap some of the things we've already talked about and maybe point out some things that might have been missed or just to reiterate some things that are necessary. So I'm kind of going to talk about everything and then I'll walk you through it from start to finish, and you'll be able to see just how quickly this can go. And I just want you to have these central ideas in mind as you're watching me walk through the creation of these campaigns. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is add campaigns. We're going to use the actual teespring.com campaign link, and then T-Split's going to gather all the additional information that's necessary directly from Teespring. Then we're going to create split tests or showcase pages, as I like to call them. Keep in mind that there's a page header and a footer, and then there's also a campaign / shirt details and a button underneath. And the shirt details and the buttons fit between the page header and footer for your split test or your showcase pages. Edit splits we didn't really talk about. It's a pretty simple page. And what actually happens is the first time you save a split test, when you add the header and footer and give it a name, on that first save on create, it pops you into edit mode. And just remember that once we're in edit mode, save twice to make it nice. If we rhyme it, people will remember it. But you have to save the edit on the campaign, on the shirt that you're editing. Then you also have to save the page to upload it into WordPress. When you're done with that, make sure you test your test, that it's operating properly, that the page looks good, and that everything's fine. Once you're done testing your test, you want to clear your test stats and then drive traffic directly to your split test / showcase link. So I'm going to walk you through all that real quickly now, and just kind of keep some of these things in mind as you watch me go through this. Okay, so there are some things that I'd like you to consider here, and one of those is the ways to use the showcase page. You know, sometimes you can't put enough information, all the pre-sell information that you'd like, into an ad. You're just getting them to click. You know, the ad's about getting them to click on it so that they can see it, and you can use T-Split as an opportunity to pre-sell the shirts before they go to Teespring. You know, even if you had a single item showcase page, you'd have an opportunity to build a complete page around that shirt and pre-sell them on that shirt before they even got to Teespring, and where you're limited to 300 characters or something like that. So think about different ways that you might want to use that showcase page. Additionally, I recommend showcases with 1 to 3 per page for the best result. Okay, it is great to have a lot of shirts on there and make it seem like a cart. But there's two reasons that I only like to use 1 to 3 pages per shirt, or 1 to 3 shirts per page. And one is that it keeps all the shirts and actions above the fold. So let me demonstrate what I mean there. Edit my split test again. And this is one that I did just as a demonstration to show you that you can use 6 shirts. Now you'll notice that I've got 6 shirts here, but not all the actions are above the fold. They don't really see everything. Okay, they kind of see the shirt, but maybe not the whole thing. And if they've got a really large browser window, they're probably going to see it. But oftentimes the bottom gets cut off, things like that. So I recommend 1 to 3 shirts, just because it keeps everything above the fold. The other reason that I'm a real big fan of just using 1 to 3 shirts per page is that sometimes too many options causes consumer inaction. And I'm sure that you've heard people talk about this during your advertising. When you give people too many options, they fail to take action. So once you get 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12 shirts in there, too many choices for them, it's information overload. They just simply decide to not decide and come back later and decide, in which case you're going to end up losing the sale. So test it out, use it however you wish. We haven't put any restrictions on you, but those are my recommendations. Again, use graphics when you can. As you can see, the graphics just look nicer. It also gives you more page control, and you'll have less issues with alignment and things like that coming out of the HTML. As I said, we don't want to restrict you. So if you use graphics, things typically will look cleaner and work better within WordPress. In or out of the blog, I showed you the exclude pages by Simon Wheatley. You know, maybe you don't want to have your blog cluttered up with all those page names, but you do want people to click on it and then have access to other areas of your blog. You might leave the WordPress headers in and then exclude the pages. Other than that, just drive a lot of traffic to your split test and make use of this awesome tool. Okay? We've got a lot of cool updates in mind for the future, so stay tuned and we'll see you on the inside.